Join me today as I create a little spring Easter vignette and tell you about a duck story. Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to an episode of Life with Marion and Joe and my continuation of my Spring and Easter 2024 series. And today it's going to be a little short video on a little vignette that I'm doing for the sofa table. So as you can see, we're having another dark, dank day here in New Jersey. The temperature is actually in the 50s, but it's raining. And the weatherman says it could be raining until next Monday. Can you believe that? I hope not. While I have you here, don't forget, subscribe. It's free. And give me a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. Drop me a comment. You know I love hearing what you have to say about what I'm doing. And I also like to hear about what you guys are doing. All right, so stay tuned. Here it comes. Hey everyone. So today I'm going to be creating another Easter spring vignette. And you know, I try to think of things for you guys that are off the beaten path, something that we may not have thought about initially. First of all, this is going to be on the sofa table as you enter into the family room. So you can actually see it from the foyer. When you come in the front door, it looks right through and you can see into the family room. So you see what I'm talking about? I'm standing near the front door and we're looking right through the foyer, and that table right there behind the sofa is the sofa table that I'm talking about. So initially I thought I'm going to use a rectangular shaped wicker basket to create a vignette in. And this way I can pick it up and I can dust under the table and everything else like that, you know, and then it's easy to take apart when I'm done. Then I was thinking, but we've seen that so many times. So I thought, hey, maybe I can use something different for this. So I decided to use this bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little scene in this bowl of a little duck and with some eggs. I'm going to try to see how I can create a way to make the duck look like he's in the water and her eggs are on the land. So you might be saying to yourself, a duck, why are you using a duck for Easter? Well, you know, first of all, the rabbits are way played out and it gets overwhelming with all the carrots and the rabbits and everything else. And to be honest with you, I have very fond memories of a duck for Easter. One year when we were young, I was really young, my parents got us a duck. And he was the cutest little thing, but he didn't stay little. He got absolutely gigantic. I want to say from his feet to the top of his head had to be at least 3 feet high, maybe a little bit over that. So what happened was, as the duck got bigger, we had to move the duck to the yard. Now remember, we lived in the city and, you know, we didn't have that, our apartment, we lived in a 2-family. We lived over my grandmother and our apartments weren't big, you know, so, and we had a yard, not that it was large, but we did have a yard. So my father built a dog house, but it was a duck house. And the duck used to live outside during the warm months. And during the colder months, we used to bring the duck in, and he lived in the cellar, which is the basement. We used to call it the cellar. So anyway, the duck's name was Fluffy, and Fluffy was the best watchdog going. Anything that came near the yard, anything that walked through the yard, Fluffy would be quacking like crazy out there. In fact, when I went out there, I used to play in the yard, he'd run after me and bite me in the butt all the time. He used to like to fool around like that. And he was a great duck. He was big and, you know, we really loved him. But what happened was it got more and more difficult for him to be around. And in fact, I think what happened was actually some rats started to show up in the yard, I guess because Fluffy was back there. and he had food and stuff like that back there. So, you know, my grandmother was having a fit, and my father spoke to the Eggman. And in those days, believe it or not, we had our eggs delivered, our milk delivered, our bread delivered, our laundry detergent delivered. You know, somebody came to sharpen the scissors. But anyway, so the Eggman lived on a farm, and my father arranged for him to take Fluffy. And he promised me that he wasn't killing Fluffy, that Fluffy was going to live his life out on the farm with other ducks and chickens and whatnot. So this is a tribute to my duck, Fluffy. So I didn't draw it out. You know, you guys know I always draw everything out, but I have it in my head. I want to do the water on this side over here. And then I want to create a little bit of a land over here. And I think I'm going to use a combination of my grass rug and some stones in there. And maybe some greenery over here. So it'll be the water with a duck in it. And then the land here with the eggs here. And then some grass over here. I think that's what I want to do. Let's see if I can do that. Took a rag and I rolled it up to the size I want it. Now I have, here's the rug, and I'm going to wrap it around that. I created the land here, and then for the water, what I'm using are these little beads from, they're like glass stones from the Dollar Tree. And that'll push against there. I have to put a little bit more in there. And there's little ducky swimming in the water right there. Now I'm going to add some of these rocks in here along the edge of the water. I found this pick. This is one pick right here. And I think this will be good because I can, you see it's all this big thing. And I can manipulate it all in here, like spilling out, and to make it a little bit wild looking. All right, so here I have it spilling out this side. I have to manipulate it a little bit more. And I made a little nest right there for some eggs. And I'm going to use color eggs just because it's Easter, not because it's realistic looking. And I think that's just enough. It's not overstated. It's not overdone. It gets the idea across, and I think it is stinking adorable. And I'm not going to put anything else on this table because I want attention to be drawn to this. Okay, buddy. Hope you enjoyed this little project with me, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Hope everybody's doing well. You take care. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Bye-bye.